Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to fix your stick drift. All you need is obviously your broken controller. You're gonna order a part. You can find them online. They're usually like $1 or $2. I have my tools already, but you can order the sets that have the tools, and that's usually about, I want to say $2 more to $3 at most. And this is a pretty quick repair, as long as you're cautious enough. You see that I have these two as well. I already fixed this one, so I can practice and not mess it up and show you guys how to do it a proper way. So you have 4 different screws right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 5, there's 4. Duh. And these are actually a triangular bit. So we need to use, let's see here, we need to use this one. You're probably not going to see it well on the camera, but it has 3 points. It's not like a it's not your usual cross. It has 3 ends, so you need to make sure you have that. That's why I said if you're unsure if you have that, you might need to order the one with the tools. Anyway, we're gonna open that up first. Make sure you leave the screw somewhere where you can definitely find them. Okay, got 2, we got 3, and we got 4. Okay, once you do that, make sure you don't lose them like I'm going to probably. These do not come off super easy, but if you press them on the ends, there we go, there's a little padding that like kind of holds it together. You'll be able to pull them up. And just, when you're opening them, just don't go too crazy, because you do have these 2 kind of fragile pieces right here that are connectors for these buttons right here. Now, once you do that, you have a little indentation here under the battery. You're gonna put your finger under there, and you're gonna get the battery out. It has a little bit of tape, so it might be difficult, but there you go. So it's gonna pop like this. Then once you do that, don't be afraid. There's gonna be a piece of tape that's holding it. Just pull that off, put it to the side. Now you're gonna have 5 screws here. Now these have the 4. This is like the cross pattern, right? So you got 1 here. Okay, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're gonna change the bit, put that over here. Now this will be a little annoying depending on how you're holding it, but just make sure you do that here. All right, so stick drift can happen obviously for many reasons. Mainly the left hand ones that you see here are going to be the ones that are used for movement in most games, so those tend to give out faster than the rest, and that's why we're changing those right now. And as I said, it's always good to have like 1 or 2 spare in the house, because they are really cheap, as I said, and you can always switch them out later on. But once we do this, okay, make sure you track these, because there's going to be three golden ones and 2 silver ones, so you need to make sure that these holes right here get the shorter screws because of the way that they're going in the board. So just be careful with that. All right, come on. There we go. All right, so we got those out. Now you're gonna slowly lift this piece. Then you're gonna flip it the opposite way, and you will see this little connector here. You need to have, this is why you need the tweezers. So these connectors are kind of pain in the butt, and all you need to do is get under it, and I'm gonna have to do it this way. And then you're gonna gently, actually I might have to do it this way. Wait a second. Okay, so just be really gentle when you're pulling them off, because they're pretty fragile. And then once you pull that off, you'll be able to get to this controller right here. Now, to make it easier, there is a screw here that you're gonna have to get to, but the connector for this trigger is here. So we're gonna actually pull this out gently. You might need to get like further under it. There we go. Now once you unlock that, you will see that there's 2 screws here, and then in order to get to the actual to pull the module out, we're gonna have to pull this power cord here. So once you do that, you have 2 screws here. There's one. Okay, make sure that's on a separate pile because it is a different length than the other 2. Okay, gonna pull this off. There we go. And you have your old annoying stick drift joystick out. Put that aside. Now you're gonna open up the one that you ordered. And it's a super simple switch. I just make sure I don't drop it here and damage it. Okay. There we go. I'm just looking to the side to make sure you guys can see it well. And my fat fingers are not great at doing this. Little piece is stuck here. Okay, beautiful. So we have the new piece. We're gonna put this old piece here because we're gonna get rid of it. Gonna put that to the side, and now pick up your controller gently. Okay, now all you have to do, same scenario, make sure the power cord's out, that the board is back in place, and I shouldn't have done that because now it's moving like crazy, but it's fine. Okay, there we go. So now once you do that, make sure you put it the same way that it was in there. There we go. Before you put in the screws, you can actually go ahead and plug the power in. It's not going to go all the way in. It will seem like it's like not connecting, but it's actually there. Don't worry. And once we do that, this one is definitely moving more than it should. And one of the reasons why is because this power cord is in the way. All right, this board is moving a lot more than the first one that I did for some reason. So just be careful how you're holding it. All right, so now that we have those 2 in, we're gonna get our screws back on here very gently. And we're gonna put the first screw in, make sure it's connected to the case. Second one. Here we go. Oh. Make sure it's aligned because it's really easy to mess up. And you don't want to mess up the threads because then definitely it's not gonna work like when you got it the first time around. So now you're gonna plug this controller back in. Simply do this. It will flip up. Okay. Make sure it's in there. Close it gently. There we go. And then sometimes this trigger piece is gonna fall out. So all you need to ensure really is that this little springboard is attached properly so you can get good feedback. And then we're gonna take this piece that we took out. Make sure you check how it lays. It should lay like this. So we are going to make sure that we connect it to power right here. So this is the middle connector. Now this one might be tricky doing with one hand. As I said, it can be annoying, but you need a little bit of resistance, and there it is. So now that that one is in there, you can slowly put this on, and then we're gonna put the battery back in it here in a second. Now remember the order in which you took these out. So we have 3 longer screws and 2 short screws. The longer screws are going to be in here, here, and here. And you see these 2 darker holes right here are going to be the ones for the shorter screws. So make sure those are going in, which this one is obviously not because I moved something. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Let's make sure we get the correct hole. Beautiful. There we go. And the second one. Maybe it looks too flipped. I will check that comment in a second. Give me a sec. Alright, make sure that is on. Make sure we find this hole. Oh, there we go. Nice. So that is back in place. This works. That works. That's proper in there. And finally, let's make sure we get these last couple of screws and we should be good to go. There we go. Couple more. We gotta test it, make sure nothing is messed up. And you can obviously connect it now and check it out, which I suggest you do just in case. But I already did one, so pretty confident this should be sufficient. So when you're putting the battery back in, just make sure that this little cable is not getting cut off. Right here you can see it. So make sure that fits pretty good. And then finally, I'm gonna close it back up. Now, remember that we do have to switch the bit here on the screwdriver. There we go. And then we're gonna slowly start putting these screws back in. There we go. Up, up, up. And these can be a little tricky, and we'll get it eventually. There we go. Need to angle it a little better. There we go. All right. Oh, keep dropping them. Be careful. Slippery little burgers. Slippery little burgers. There we go. Get that screw in. Nice. And then I can show you. This is going to be embarrassing if I didn't connect it properly, but we're going to plug it in. Make sure that it works. All right. We got Tears of the Kingdom here. Perfect. Now, the one thing that I do suggest you guys do, once you flip these guys back on, you can see that everything should be pretty good here. And we just need to make sure that we don't get my wife killed here. Okay. Anyways, what I was going to say is what we need to make sure you check it, and then also I suggest you calibrate it after you're done replacing the part, just in case. So you can do that by going here. You're gonna go to the controller section. Sorry, no, you're gonna go to settings. You're gonna go to, it should be here, controllers and sensors. And then you should go to calibrate control sticks. Okay, tilt the stick. Okay. All right. So we just need to make sure that you can see here it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate. Nice. So there you go. Instead of paying $80 to replace your two Joy-Cons, you can just switch this part out and you're good to go probably for a couple more years. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you can see the new videos coming out. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.